Okay, let's talk about getting rich. I mean, what does that even look like? Because, you scroll through your feed and you see the cars, the clothes, the
Right,
vacations.
the image that gets broadcast is often heavy on the spending side.
Exactly. But is that really wealth? Or is it just looking wealthy? Today, we're diving deep into, well, a really clear path to financial freedom that kind of flips that idea on its head.
Mm.
We've gone through a bunch of great material, and the goal here is to unpack how you can actually make your money start working for you.
And it's a crucial point because, yeah, what often looks like wealth can actually be the opposite. The sources we looked at really stress that the core ideas are honestly much simpler than people make them out to be.
Right, not some complicated Wall Street secret.
No, not at all. It boils down to really understanding how money flows and how your money, specifically, can be directed.
And the statement that just jumps out from everything we read is this: stop buying things that cost you money and start buying things that make you money.
Seems obvious when you say it like that.
It does. But it's amazing how often we overlook it, or maybe even do the opposite without realizing.
Absolutely. And that's ground zero for a lot of confusion about building wealth.
Mm.
The material makes it crystal clear. Being rich isn't just about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep.
Okay.
And, maybe more importantly, what that money you keep does for you. It's not about being a total Scrooge, but about knowing the direction your money's moving.
Yeah, I kind of think of it as the Instagram trap. You see all this cool stuff, things that look great online.
Mm-hmm. The lifestyle inflation.
Right. But those things are often actively draining your finances, even while they project success. It's like a financial magic trick almost.
That's a good way to put it. And the challenge isn't just spotting these things, it's understanding why we're drawn to them. So the sources immediately give us two key terms to cut through that illusion: liabilities versus assets.
Okay, so let's dig into that. Liabilities. We know the word, but what are these things that cost you money, really? Especially the sneaky ones.
Well, the basic definition is simple: things that take money out of your pocket.
Hmm.
But the sources push us to look beyond just the price tag. Think about an expensive car.
Okay.
It's not just buying it. It's the insurance, the gas, the repairs, the fact it loses value the second you drive it off the lot.
Right, the depreciation.
Exactly. Those are the running costs. Or, designer clothes. They look good, maybe, but they don't pay you back. They just lose value.
Hmm.
And the sources also highlight the opportunity cost. What else could you have done with that money? What asset could you have bought instead?
Hmm.
That's where liabilities get really insidious. They often feel good short term, but silently chip away at long-term potential.
Okay, so that's the drain. Liabilities take money out. What's the faucet then? What are these things that make you money?
Those are your assets, defined simply as things that put money in your pocket.
Like what, specifically?
Well, classic examples are things like stocks that pay dividends, or rental properties that bring in rent each month, or maybe a business you own that generates profit.
Okay, so they actually pay you.
Yes, that's one key aspect. They often generate cash flow, regular
Right.
income. But the second part, which is crucial, is that assets can also appreciate. They can become more valuable over time.
Ah, right, like a house potentially increasing in value or a stock price going up?
Precisely. So they can make you money regularly and they can grow in value. That's the powerful combination that really builds wealth. Your money isn't just sitting there, it's actively working to create more money.
So just to nail this down, liabilities cost you money, either upfront or over time, and they usually lose value. They shrink your net worth.
Correct.
Whereas assets make you money through income or growth, or both. They expand your net worth.
Exactly. It's a fundamental shift in perspective, moving from just consuming things to actually owning things that produce value.
And this is where, for me, it got really exciting reading this stuff. The sources frame this whole thing as making money work for you instead of you always having to work for money. What does that really unlock for someone?
Yeah. Well, it's the absolute foundation of financial freedom. It means you're not just trading your time for a paycheck anymore. Or at least that's not your only source of income.
Right.
You're building this engine, this system where your assets, your resources are generating more resources. It creates income streams that aren't tied directly to the hours you put in.
Which means more options.
Exactly. More freedom. Freedom to choose how you spend your time, maybe pursue work you love, even if it pays less, spend more time with family. It's about getting to a point where you control your money instead of feeling like your money or the need for it controls you.
I love that framing. Designing a life where you control the money. That's powerful stuff. And luckily, the sources don't just leave us with the philosophy, right? They give us some actual steps.
Yeah, they break it down into three practical things to consider to actually start building this.
Okay, step one. Apparently, we need to know what kind of investor you are. Why is that the starting point? Because your approach has to fit you. Your personality, your time, your comfort level with risk. If it doesn't fit, you probably won't stick with it. The sources basically outline two main styles. First, the active investor.
Okay, what does that look like?
This is someone who wants to be hands-on. They enjoy the research, the management. Maybe they're picking individual stocks, analyzing companies.
Or like flipping houses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Buying properties, fixing them up, dealing with tenants. They like being directly involved and feel like their effort makes a difference.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of work for some people, though. What's the alternative?
That's the passive investor.
Yeah.
This person prefers a more hands-off strategy. They're putting money into things like index funds or mutual funds, maybe using a robo-advisor service.
Sort of set it and forget it.
Pretty much. They trust in diversification and long-term market growth rather than trying to pick winners or manage things day to day.
Yeah.
And the key thing the sources stress is neither one is better. It's about what aligns with you. Trying to be an active investor when you hate research or don't have the time, that's a recipe for failure. You need that self-awareness.
Makes total sense. Stick with what you'll actually do. Okay, so once you know your style, step 2 is choose how you want to earn money from these assets. How do they actually pay off?
Right. This gets into the mechanics. The sources highlight two main ways assets generate returns. First is cash flow.
Okay, like we mentioned with rent or dividends.
Exactly. It's about receiving regular payments from your investments, money coming in consistently. This is great if you need income now or want to build up streams to cover living expenses.
Steady income. Got it. What's the other way?
The second way is appreciation. This is about the asset itself growing in value over time.
So buying a stock low and selling it higher later, or property values going up.
Precisely. You don't necessarily get regular cash, but your overall net worth increases because the thing you own is worth more. The gain comes when you eventually sell. And importantly, you don't always have to pick just one. Many people aim for a mix. Maybe a rental property that brings in rent and hopefully appreciates, or stocks that pay a dividend and have growth potential. It depends on your goals. Need cash now, or focused on long-term growth.
Okay, know yourself, know how you want the money to come in. It sounds logical, but life happens, markets go crazy. How do you actually stick with it? Is there a secret trick in the sources for consistency?
If only there was a magic trick.
Hmm.
But you've hit the absolute nail on the head. The third, and maybe most crucial step, according to the sources, is simply stay consistent.
Just keep doing it.
Yes, that's the secret sauce, if there is one. It's the discipline. The sources are really strong on this. Forget trying to time the market. Nobody consistently gets that right.
Yeah, trying to buy at the absolute bottom and sell at the top seems impossible.
It pretty much is. Instead, the advice is all about investing little by little over time, even small amounts, regularly. That's the key. Don't wait for the perfect moment or a big windfall. Start now, start small, but be consistent.
How does that help, practically speaking? Does it reduce risk somehow?
It does, significantly. It leads directly to this concept called dollar cost averaging, or DCA.
Okay, DCA. What's that?
Basically, by investing the same amount of money at regular intervals, like, say, $100 every single month, no matter what, you automatically buy more shares when the price is low and fewer shares when the price is high.
Ah, okay. So you're not trying to guess, you just keep buying.
Exactly. Over time, it averages out your purchase cost, it smooths out the bumps of market volatility, and prevents you from making big, potentially disastrous bets at the wrong time, like putting all your money in right before a crash.
Takes the emotion out of it a bit.
A lot of it. It turns investing into a habit, almost like paying a bill. And the sources give examples, even just $100 a month consistently over 10, 20 years through ups and downs. The results can be pretty staggering compared to just leaving it in cash.
It really drives home that saying, time in the market beats timing the market.
100%. The sources are unequivocal. The key is to keep doing it. Don't jump between strategies every few months chasing the latest trend. That chopping and changing rarely works long term. The real power comes from compounding, from letting that consistent investment grow over years, even decades. It requires patience.
So, wow, when you lay it all out, it really does seem achievable. Not necessarily easy, because that consistency takes discipline, but the principles are clear. Stop buying liabilities, start building assets.
Exactly. It
Yes.
demystifies the whole process. It's not some secret code only available to finance gurus. It's about understanding these core ideas and then taking consistent action.
And knowing this stuff, understanding assets versus liabilities, knowing your investor type, how you want returns, and committing to consistency,
Yeah.
that really puts you in control, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's the real power. It shifts you from being passive, maybe letting money just kind of happen to you, to being the active architect of your financial future. You get to decide where your money goes and how it's going to work for you.
It's empowering. Okay, so as we wrap up, let's leave everyone with something to chew on based on everything we discussed from the sources. Here's the challenge. Take an honest look. What liabilities, maybe even hidden ones, are you currently accumulating in your life? Things that are maybe silently draining your resources?
Yeah, good question.
And on the flip side, what assets, even if they seem really small right now, could you start building or adding to today? What's one small step you could take to begin making your money truly work for you?